Sit here and tell you that that makes you wrong. They played notes and they played musically, and you know, you are Cobra-ish.
Okay.
I think. Well, let's just go ahead and play the game. Okay. Make your chord pattern, would you please? Now, don't play yet. Just go ahead and make it. Give her the high sign when she breaks the plane.
Without the mouth. Oh yeah. Break the plane off. That's good, yeah.
Now, a moment. Just pause. Conduct the excerpt. And they're not playing, but let's play the same game. Well, you guys are being a little bit unfair. She's breaking the plane.
Oh yeah.
Now the excerpt's only 4 bars long. Right? Go ahead, conduct the excerpt. No playing, just to help her out.
Yeah, okay.
Dee da 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 dee da 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 da. Has a repeat, right?
Oh, yes. Nice. Okay.
From the beginning.
Okay.
Beep beep beep.
Yeah.
Beep 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 beep. Scoop up.
Switch to like I.
Whatever you want. Dee 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 da dee da dee da dee da dee 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 da dee da. Fascinating one. Fascinating one. And I love the fact that you did the same thing you did the other time. You did this thing, and I don't know what it means.
Okay.
But I, you know, that's not a criticism. As much as, I mean, it sure sounds like it is, but I meant what I said. Conduct is just wacko. Conduct is wacko. Ya, dee, da. What are we supposed to look at in there?
Okay. So
You know?
leave with my wrist for and listen to my elbow.
But this is why I love our business, you guys, right? And you're doing a great job. I mean it. I'm going to come and listen to your middle school orchestra someday, and I'm just going to sit and smile. Because which parts of this do we mean when we say it, right? That the tip is so very important, and that we have to do all this stuff. Yes, we mean that. But remember this old Mr. Whitwell thing with the megaphone, you know, the old-fashioned model where we dictate everything and the players just do what we tell them. I tell you that the late night, I went to Miami, it's a jazz school, University of Miami, big jazz school. So I mean, like Pat Metheny went to Miami, and John Scott went to Miami, Bruce Hornsby went to Miami. Half the Maynard band every single year is Miami dudes. It's a huge jazz school. And so I remember once the guys on my floor, you know how we get 2 in the morning, you're hanging out with guys on the floor, hanging out with guys in the practice room. And here I was, this trombone playing, orchestral, wind band, classical guy. And all the guys I hung out with were the jazz dudes. And, you know, I remember one night, one of them just said, fact of the matter is, you're a paint-by-number artist, I'm a real artist. It wasn't. I mean, it was 100% an insult. And I said, what are you talking about? And he said, man, all you do is play as loud the note, that you play the pitch for the length at the volume that the composer tells you. That's exactly the same as getting out a piece of white sheet of paper and it has a panda bear and it has a rectangle somewhere on it with a 2, and 2 means yellow. You're not an artist. All you do is correctly get yellow and put it in that rectangle like the real artist says to do. I'm an artist. I get changes, and I sew them. And if I want, I don't even have to do the changes. I'm an artist. I get a blank slate. You're not. And I basically went, shut up. You're stupid. And I obviously, you know, then went, damn, you know, that's a good point. And I've spent a long time thinking about it. That was 1994. 1993. And what's our only hope about that, which makes him incorrect, is the potential for this to exist, not that. Yes, perhaps, you know, some schmo named Tchaikovsky says, I have to play this note at this time for this length at this volume. Number one, I have no shame in doing that. And any great jazzer will tell you they're stealing from their masters too, and they are beholden to some kind of thing, unless you want to go to that 1950s experimental free music junk that nobody wanted to listen to. They tried. They tried, you know. And the problem is nobody wants to hear that. But you all know, even if Tchaikovsky says A natural for 2 beats at quarter note equals blank at mezzo forte, there's 150 further decisions to be made about that. That's not one thing. That's not yellow. There's 150 decisions we can make about what to do with that A for those 2 beats at that mezzo piano. And that's the difference. So it comes to mind because your last gesture lacked clarity.
Okay.
But when we give up some of our clarity, I suppose, perhaps we're feeding this opportunity. You know? So I said it last time you were up here. I don't want you to do what you're doing because you can't do the other. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I do think it's my responsibility to help you keep working on this.
Okay.
But you're just interested because it's making it's more important that the things you're doing so well are there. I mean, any player, I think, in the world likes clarity. Okay, we want it, and we complain at night if we don't have clarity. But I think if we had to choose, can we have clarity, or should we have some emotive quality, some musical commitment to what's happening? You know, that's why, I mean, I'm kidding, but I'm not kidding. I want to hear your middle school orchestra because I think kids are going to flock to you. Because, I mean, here's a little, you know, it's Bach, so I'm not going to say it's not profound, but it's not profound Bach, and especially in the context that we're doing it. And you're conducting it like you love it. When you guys get out, you've done a tiny little 10-second tangent, don't do bad rep and then blame it on the kids. This is the most common excuse in the world. Why are you doing When Eagles Soar on the Backs of Donkeys by Jim Swearingen? Kids like it. Kids like it. I tried to do Granger, kids don't like it. Biggest crock. I mean, go down the hall and ask the English department if they're teaching great literature or Stephen King, and it's Stephen King because the kids like it. Let's just start from there. But even more important than that is that kids will like what you like. And if you love the repertoire you're teaching, not all of them, of course, because you're going to get the knuckleheads in the room, but your students will be attracted to that. If you love the repertoire you're teaching, you can teach quality with quality teaching, which starts with being a lover of music. Can't be a quality music teacher if you don't love music. You can't survive this major if you don't love music, right? I mean, how many of us are underwater right now? You're all overwhelmed, you're all overworked, you have too much on your plate. That's why you know a business major and he's got like 5 classes and Fridays off every single week, and we're chasing our tail all the time. I know what that's like. But we survive because we're doing something we love. None of them love their classes. They're gonna like their paycheck someday, but they don't love their classes, so we can't survive. So you have that quality, students are gonna follow, and I don't, it's not worth giving it up in order to try to put things in a can. I don't wanna do that. But like I said last time, we can do both. Now we're talking. All right, so who's this?
I want to go.
Good.